Stuart, give us your contact information for a starter.
Okay, the telephone number that you'll reach is 818-458-0393, and email is stujug, and that's spelled STUJUGG @gmail.com.
All right. So I met Stuart, oh my God, how many years ago do you think?
Quite a number. I was just a young lad.
So let's say 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, right?
Somewhere in that region, yes.
And you know, I'll tell you this, Stuart is an expert on hypnotherapy. And I was very, very involved in hypnotherapy, and I'm going to share this at the beginning before he even says anything. He put me in such a deep hypnotic trance. When I came out of it, at first, I didn't know where I was. That's getting really deep. This was, let's say, I started doing hypnotherapy in 1977. So we're talking about somewhere around 2005, 8, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So talk to us about who you target for your hypnotherapy.
It's a very broad section. It's really anybody and everybody, whether they're looking to progress faster and easier with their business, to attract more clients, or to operate in an easier way. Also down to personal things like smoking and overeating and stress, just general stress and anxiety, helping people with if they've got fears of public speaking or taking exams. Basically, it all boils down to things that are in our minds, because we're all actually, you say a hypnotist, you go for hypnosis, but really it's the very opposite. We are already hypnotized with things that have happened in our lives that we've heard or experiences we've had, which maybe seem to have helped us at the time. However, it doesn't apply anymore. And you need to eliminate that from your belief system, because things aren't true, which you thought were true. So the first thing that you do basically is eliminate any negativity that you've had that you need to get rid of. And then after that, you then put in what you do want. So for instance, let's say you are looking to contact more people while you're doing business and you're just not getting round to it. Well, there was something there, you had an experience, or you were even told as a child from your parents that you'll never do it. Doesn't matter what it is. And by the way, when we do that process of eliminating things, you don't even need to tell me what it is that you want to get rid of. You don't have to expose yourself to anything like that. You can, as long as you know what you're doing and you can eliminate that experience, and that's where I come in. I help you reach those points and just get you to realize that it's not appropriate anymore. It doesn't fit in.
Right.
And with that, it gives you free. You're starting basically from a ground zero position, and you put in what is appropriate now. You need to make.
So let's talk about some of the things that you've worked with people on. I know smoking has always been a big one with you, as well as what other?
Right. Well, with smoking, I did some special training on that many, many years ago, probably 2000 and probably about 2006, 2007. And so I have a very effective way of helping people stop smoking. It's what I do is a 3-session course. You usually stop, most people stop within the very first session. And then the other ones are to help you on an individual basis, basically of confirming that you're going to be a non-smoker for the rest of your life. And that's going to be your normal belief system, that you don't smoke. You just don't smoke. So you don't make a big deal out of it, but you don't smoke. That's it.
Eating is another one, right? Stress is another one.
Stress is very big in today's uncertain times where people are stressed out.
Yep.
And of course, that doesn't help you at all. So the idea basically in that area is to forget everything that you hear and see on the news and things like that. And you just let that go. And you look at the positive side of something, what it is that you do want.
And I could bring up,
what your friend is.
Yeah, not to interrupt you, but do you remember when I came to you years and years ago? About 6 years ago.
Right.
My son was getting married, and I was going to have to give a speech in front of 150 people that came to the meeting, and I did not want to be stressed out. I wanted to deliver a fabulous speech, you know, for my son and my daughter-in-law. And I'm going to share this. Stuart put me in such a deep, deep trance. I didn't know where I was when I came out of it. That's getting deep under it. I'd done a lot of hypnosis up to that point. I used to belong to a hypnotherapy group, a psychologist, and he had a group of people. Two of the people in that group had cancer. They arrested their cancer using hypnosis. Me, I wouldn't have done that. I still would have done the chemo. Then there was another guy that was about 250 pounds, a big guy, 6'4". And if you raised your voice to him, he would fall apart. He was afraid of his own strength. Okay. Yep. Then there was another, and this was all getting solved, you know, explaining this stuff and doing their hypnosis. Then there was another very pretty young lady that was deathly afraid of going to the dentist, not because of the fillings, but because of the Novocaine injection. My brother-in-law is a dentist. He confirmed that. So learning all these things that you could do, if you don't try it, you're making a mistake, because there's always something to accomplish. And you just gave me an idea, something I'm going to talk to my wife about coming to you, Stuart. And we'll see what she does. So we'll see. But anyway, going on. So these are all things that Stuart does. This is how many years have you been doing hypnotherapy?
Oh, as I say, in the early 2000s. So
okay, so at least 20 years, 20 years.
Yeah, just over 20 years now, 25 years.
Yeah. And he, talking from experience, he did an incredible job working with me. I delivered a phenomenal speech, right, for my son's wedding. And but it goes beyond that. It goes deeper than that. So, you know, people, I talk to mindset coaches, and I ask them how many people today in this, what's going on, feel stressed. Their response is, Stuart, you know it. How many people?
Everybody.
Everybody, 100%. So if you're not using tools that are going to benefit you, then you're making a mistake, correct?
Yes, but it becomes, I don't want to overcomplicate it. Basically, you can solve these problems that you have with just a different set of eyes, if you like, of looking at things from a different perspective. So, and when you get that positive side of it, you'd be amazed at what you can accomplish. And it's very exciting in any field, whether it was business, sports. There's always things that improve on. And if you look at the example of, say, top sports people, for instance, like if you were playing golf, the top golfers, they go several days earlier to where they're going to play, where they're going to compete. They walk the course and they visualize every little part of it. And then when they go back, they do it's a sort of basically hypnosis of vision, visualizing of what they do want. And they see themselves making that stroke, taking that swing, and the ball going where they wanted it to go. So the practice of that actually has proved to be even more successful than when they're actually out there hitting the balls, because if you're at a drive range, for instance, and you're hitting the balls, some are good and some are bad. But when you do it mentally yourself, every one is correct. So you're practicing and practicing the correct way.
So interesting. Well, look, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this is a way that you can, what are you going to do for 2023? You just going to keep doing things the way you used to? No, there's some tools out there that are so helpful, and hypnotherapy is a great tool. What I always learned, I mean, this goes back a lot of years, is that your subconscious rises up to your conscious level. And that's where you can tackle stuff, because you're more likely to be able, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, through your, how you handle your subconscious.
You have basically, put it in a nutshell, you have got a conscious mind, a subconscious mind. The conscious mind is very, very small in comparison. So most of your decisions and things that you do are originated from your subconscious mind. And that's what we reach when you go into that relaxation, when you go into hypnosis. You reach that part. Once that part of your mind understands what it is that you want, then it's just automatic. It just happens.
Okay, so I'm hoping that the people listening to this are getting a vision, an understanding of the potentials of hypnotherapy, Stuart Juggler. So why don't we do this? We'll end with, give us your contact information all over again.
Yeah, so telephone number 818-458-0393. My email is stujug@gmail.com, and that's spelled STUJUGG@gmail.com. Beautiful,
beautiful. And again, my name is Bob Holt Friedenthal, Friedenthal. Phone number 310-736-5787. Stuart was phenomenal when he helped me. Phenomenal. Not just okay. He really helped me through a very stressing situation. So give me a call, 310-736-5787. My email address is bob@mycity.com. So I'm going to be signing us off. Thanks so much, Stuart.
Thank you, Bob. Bye now.
Bye.